pilot checked the exterior of the tiny two-seater Cessna before climbing in. I was surprised to find he was a jolly American missionary. I found it ironic that camp was mainly studying evolution, and here we were using the missionary air force to get there. We taxied and hurtled down the runway, feeling like the plane was about to disintegrate, before soaring over Kinshasa and heading to the interior. As I've mentioned, I was working for Max Planck Institute of Evolutionary Anthropology under Gottfried Hohmann as a habituator of a second group of bonobos at Louis Catal field site. Louis Catal itself sits within the forest belonging to the village of Lumpole, on the western edge of the Solonga National Park. Each village seems to own a huge tract of rainforest, which they mainly use for hunting. Since Gottfried had connections with a friend of the village of Lumpole, they agreed to rent out part of their forest south of the Lokoro River and cease hunting. It was a perfect arrangement for everyone. Lumpole's villagers all had a constant income, Max Planck had its study site, and the national park had a new buffer zone. In addition, the next village over from Lumpole, called Ipope, had an airstrip, which they rented out to us. That is where I was flying towards now, over Africa's green heart. Welcome to the jungle. The concrete jungle gave way to open fields, which slowly turned to forests. After about an hour and a half, we had to touch down at the halfway point to refuel in a mission town at the edge of the main rainforest. We were flying such a small plane that the fuel tanks was too small to make the long journey in one hop. A small group of children gathered around, taking great interest in us as the plane was refueled. In my pocket, I had a bar of chocolate. As I pulled it out of my pocket, their eyes widened. I decided they would probably appreciate more than me, so I handed it to them. They ran off laughing and smiling, happy despite the fact that it had melted my pocket and now was a liquid mess. From here on, the rainforest completely took over. The trees from above looking like tiny stalks of broccoli spread to the horizon in all directions, with a few savannas interspersed here and there. I felt like Finch Hatton soaring up high in the little plane, all the while hoping he didn't suffer the same fate. Finally, after 4 hours of flying, out in the distance the small airfield of Ipope appeared. I say airfield, it was just a small strip of dirt at the edge of one of the savannas, which is cleared by hand every now and then of grass and rocks.